Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honors, and glories unto Yahweh Bashmi Shai, Bashim HaKodash, double honors to my apostles and elders of every millstone that do indeed were well. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the members of the elect, the afflicted one third. Shalom. This is Brother Dawadah from the GMS Detroit camp, coming at you with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Shai, Bashim HaKodash. Today I want to do a video, going into the doctrine. It's important that we teach the 100% truth, that we teach the right doctrine. Because there's many different doctrines out there. There's only one truth, all right? And if you have the 100% truth, no lie can be a part of it. Because what? This is the book of 1 John, chapter 2, and verse 21. I have not written unto you because ye know not the truth, but because ye know it, and that no lie is of the truth. No lie is of the truth. All right? You could have 99% of the truth, but if you go off in one thing, then you do not have the 100% truth. All right? It's important to examine the doctrine, all right? The doctrine in which we teach, all right? The doctrine that we push. And you have a lot of brothers and sisters that are listening, learning, all right? Particularly for the men that are learning, all right? A lot of times your family members, some way, somehow, your family members, your friends, they'll ask you questions pertaining to the scriptures, right? Or somehow it'll get brought up. You may end up trying to say something, But it's important that before you speak, you have to know what you're talking about, all right? Because you don't want to be guilty of breaking down the scriptures the wrong way. Because pursuant to the book of Proverbs 30, we're given a strict warning. Proverbs 30 and 5. It says, every word of the Most High is pure. He is a shield unto them that put their trust in him. Verse 6. Add thou not unto his words, lest he reprove thee, and thou be found a liar. So that's a strict warning, not to add unto the word. All right? Well, the word doesn't say this, but you want to throw something up in there. We can't do that. All right? We cannot do that. It's important to teach this doctrine, all right, in its purity, the 100% truth. All right, now for you scoffers and scorners out there, you may say, well, y'all don't have the 100% truth. What are you talking about? Nobody has the 100% truth. Well, let's see what the scriptures say. 1 John 2 and 20. The ye is the men of the Lord, have an unction. When you go into the word unction, it goes back to oil. All right, because we have the oil pursuant to the book of Psalm. Which one is it? 23. The water Yahweh Shemel Shai, Psalm 23, where it says, he anointed my head with oil, my cup runneth over, which is a metaphor for us having a deep, dark wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Bible in abundance. All right, we have much understanding. All right, but ye have an unction. That goes back to the oil. Also, Matthew 25 comes to mind. But ye have an unction from the Holy One, and ye know all things. What's another word for all? 100%. We have 100% truth. All right, and we have 100% truth. So if I buy a cake from the supermarket and I give it to somebody, guess what? I gave them 100% of that cake. I didn't slice nothing off. I didn't nibble on it. If I give that whole cake away, all right, then I've given 100% of it. So another word for all is 100%. So we have 100% truth. We know all things. All right, beginning with the Apostle on down. All right. So now let's go from there. To the book of Titus. Titus chapter 2, verse 7. It's like verse 6. Young men, likewise, exhort to be sober-minded. The word sober means to be clear-minded. In all things showing thyself a pattern of good works. In doctrine, notice it says doctrine, singular. Because there's only one doctrine of the truth. There's only one true doctrine, right? And we definitely have the true doctrine now, which is 100% truth. It's all by the elder apostles and the Achaemon down. In doctrine, showing uncorruptness, gravity, sincerity, Sound speech that cannot be condemned. What's the sound speech that cannot be condemned? The 100% truth. The 100% truth. That he that is of the contrary part may be ashamed, having no evil thing to say of you. All right? So those that are teaching a speech that's not sound, they're not breaking the scriptures down the right way, then guess what? They have something evil that can be said of them. Because why? They're going off. Like the IUIC, they don't use the names. They don't accept that the C-hip is the MOTB. All right, Takari, they have a problem with some of the writings of the Apostle Paul. They want to prophesy wearing a hat when the scriptures say you're not to. All right? What's another a group that goes off? We got ISUPK. You have a lot of different groups that don't accept that the C-hip is the MOTB. WFI, an example, along with many others. All right? Now, let's go from there. This thing is deadly serious. You go off in one thing, guess what? The Heavenly Father, He can jack you up for it. 1 Timothy 1 and 3, as I besought thee to abide still at Ephesus. All right, who's this I? This I is the Apostle Paul, and he's writing unto whom? Timothy. When I went into Macedonia, that thou mightest charge, the word charge means to strongly warn, some that they teach no other doctrine, right? Because there's only one truth. And if someone teaches another doctrine, guess what? That can lead people astray, all right? Neither give heed to fables and endless genealogies, which minister questions rather than godly edifying, which is in faith, so do. All right? Now, it says, now the end of the commandment is charity out of a pure heart and of a good conscience and of faith unfeigned, from which some having swerved have turned aside unto vain janglings, desiring to be teachers of the law, understanding neither what they say nor whereof they affirm. Yeah, because you have certain groups that push the law, but they don't even understand the law. And they don't even keep it 100%, which is impossible to do. All right? But there's certain laws that they are intentionally not keeping. Like some of them will have that long hair, but they want to push the law. All right? Others of them, they'll have edge-ups, line-ups. Some of them will have bald heads, so on and so forth. But they want to push the law, the statutes, the commandments. See? We hop back up to verse 3. As I besought thee to abide still at Ephesus when I went into Macedonia, that thou mightest charge some that they teach no other doctrine. There's only one doctrine of the truth. All right? One doctrine. All right? This is the book of Ephesians 4 and 1. I therefore, the prisoner of the Lord, Yahushai, beseech you that ye walk worthy of the vocation with ye are called. And you have many individuals that have been called into this thing, but they're not walking worthy of it. Case in point, they want to do rap videos. All right, Israelite rap videos. All right. Certain of them want to prophesy with a cap on. All right. Certain of them don't want to accept that the C-hip is the MOTB. They have a problem with it. They buck up against the truth. With all lowliness meaning humility, and meekness with long suffering, forbearing one another in love, endeavoring to keep the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. There is one body and one Spirit, even as ye are called, in one hope of your calling. One Lord, one faith, one baptism. One God and Father of all, who is above all and through all, and in you all. So there's only one truth. One. All right? Only one truth. Yeah, Jake, well, I watch GMS, I watch Sakari, I watch Wi-Fi, I watch HOI, I watch ISUPK, I watch IUIC. And they just going down the list of all these different camps. I watch all of them because that way I get the whole truth. Yeah, if Jake's actually have that mindset. They watch a little bit of everything and they think that, oh, well, you know what? Because I watched all this, then guess what? I'm going to know a lot. Yeah, you're going to be knowing a lot in your confusion. You're going to be extremely confused, a very confused individual. All right? There's only one truth. All right? And once again, begin with that apostle on down. All right? That truth is being taught. All right? So with that, all praise, honors, and glories be to Yahweh Bashem Yom Shai, double honors to my apostles and elders, very millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.